You see, courage is about learning how to step into a situation and have a beautiful version of yourself that you could share with other people, but also having a version of yourself that can receive other people. When we're able to be who we truly are and show up as we really want to show up, that's when we're able to receive people as they truly are and how they really want to show up. Hi, everybody. It's me, Mark Matthews, psychologist and your certified high performance coach. Today, we're going to talk about courage. Courage is the high performance habit that I believe we need the most in society today. When we talk about courage, we're talking about showing up as you really are, being able to show your true self to the world, being able to say what you really think, what you really believe, act how you really want to act, but also to do that in a way that's not defensive. There's so much judgment that's coming at us in the world that even when we try to show up as our best selves, if we're not practicing courage habitually, it's so easy to show up and try to be ourselves, but really to show up as an extreme, kind of defensive, kind of really off version of who we are. And so see, the key to courage is to get really clear about who we are, what our values are, and then learn how to comfortably dance with showing up as we really are, our nuanced parts of our personality. For me, it's extreme extroversion. It's kind of being really gregarious and kind of out there and lively. But to do that in a way that kind of blends and dances with other people. You see, courage is about learning how to step into a situation and have a beautiful version of yourself that you could share with other people, but also having a version of yourself that can receive other people. When we're able to be who we truly are and show up as we really want to show up, that's when we're able to receive people as they truly are and how they really want to show up. So as always with this series, let's dive into the High Performance Planner and let's look at what are the questions we need to ask ourselves to look at how are we doing on courage each week? How are we really showing up with this habit? The first question to ask yourself, did you deal with fear or uncertainty well this week? You just score yourself on 1 to 5, 1 being, no, not at all. I crumbled under fear and uncertainty this week. Or 5 being, I really showed up. I navigated it. I danced with life. I was able to really show up. You see, one facet of courage is being able to contend with the world even when we're unsure of what's going on. Even when we're not sure that the outcome we want is going to be positive. It's showing up and just saying, I'm going to tackle this no matter what's going to happen, because we learn to have faith in the way we show up in our world. And so go ahead and score yourself 1. How'd you do this week? Did you deal with that fear or uncertainty well, or did it get you? It's okay if it got you. It gets us a lot of times in life, especially right now. It's crazy. This time, if you're watching this video, we're in the middle of an economic recession. We're in the middle of so much distress across the world. So it's easy to have a lot of uncertainty kind of creep in and really knock us down. The point of really cultivating courage as a habit is that we start to pay attention to that. We get intentional about showing up. Even when things get more uncertain and there's more fear, we decide to show up with more courage. We decide to lock into who we really are because that's what's required at the most stressful times, right? More stress, more courage. So just ask yourself how you did. It's totally fine. Just be honest with yourself. Just write that down. Think about that. The second question to ask yourself, and this is my favorite one when it comes to courage. Did you share your real self with others this week? Think about that. Your real self. Are you going into the world and being who you truly are? Unabashedly, unashamed, expressing every bit of who you are? Or when you're around other people, are you throwing up a persona? Are you showing a shell of yourself that kind of gets along with other people? It doesn't really, stir things up too much. Maybe it doesn't take any risks so that nobody can look at you kind of weird or judge you. Just ask yourself. Really courageous people, they're who they are. That's who I am. When I step onto this camera, I'm showing up as who I really am. This is exactly me every single day, in every conversation almost. I tune it differently, but I'm really dedicated to showing up and being a person who just brings fulfilling experiences. who brings incredible, meaningful moments to people's lives. And sometimes people think that's a little weird. And I've shied away from this sometimes because of that, but that's okay. Because I come back here and I ask myself that question every single day, every single week, and I keep getting a little better. So score yourself 1 through 5. Do you show up as your real self this week? Okay, now the third question you ask yourself. Did you at least try to stay confident this week? Confidence often comes with courage, because what's happening when we have confidence is that we're sure of who we are, we know we want to show up as our real self, and confidence is leaning into that and actually doing it. So the question is, did you commit yourself to doing that each week? Did you commit yourself to keeping yourself in a confident mindset that when you walk into a situation, you're going to be who you really are? You're going to face the fears in your life. You're going to show up even when there's uncertainty? Or did you let that slip? You see, this is the standard that we try to hold ourselves to for whether or not we're going to be a courageous person. So you're just asking yourself, 1 to 5, did you try to stay confident this week? Okay, number 4. Got 2 more questions here. The fourth one, did you respond well and quickly to life's challenges this week? I've worked with a lot of people, all the way from teenagers to students to people who are working in businesses. And I can tell you, a lot of times we get so stuck in thinking about how we should show up to a situation that we never act. And it's true, we should be careful, we should be deliberate, we should be thoughtful about how we respond. We don't just want to, impulsively respond to life. But if there's important decisions to be made, if there's conflicts that are arising, if there's that email that's been, in your inbox and there's a great opportunity, but you're not sure how to word it and you let it go for a week, we lose opportunities from that. So we got to develop the habit of responding quickly. Not because we're in a rush, but because we're actually okay with just showing up and maybe not having the perfect email. Maybe not sending the perfect text. Maybe not getting our words perfect. That's totally okay. Because there's always going to be challenges with our communication. There's always going to be challenges that face our tasks. There's always a challenge when I shoot a video. The important thing is that we show up and we do our best to do it well, to do it quickly, so we can move on to the next beautiful part of life. So we can get efficient at stacking up these moments so our courage can actually gain momentum and propel us forward. So just score yourself 1 to 5. Did you show up well and quickly to the challenges of life this week? Okay, now last one. I think it's really important. Did you take action despite work or risk? Yeah, despite work or risk. When it comes to courage, it's so funny. We can get the best ideas about how we want to show up in life. We can come up with amazing plans, creative endeavors. But when we wake up and it's time to actually put that into action, there's work. My favorite mentor, Brendon Burchard, says, when you knock on the door of opportunity, don't be surprised when it's work who answers. Now, the idea that work is a bad thing or something we should avoid, that's silly, right? Work is just effort put towards something that we want to accomplish. It's a beautiful thing. And so when we actually engage that work, when we accept it, when we dive into it head on, we don't sit back and worry so much. We make progress. And that's where courage comes from. We keep working, we keep making progress. We get excited because we make that progress. And if we're doing it as our real self, if we're doing it to fulfill our real values that really matter to us, then we start to act that courage out and we become a courageous person who we like to see in the mirror. This process is beautiful and it compounds. You show a little bit of courage in one small area of your life, it can make a huge difference for all the other areas of your life. Okay, now here's the challenge to build courage. This exercise is unbelievably powerful. For some of you, it's something you've done before, and this is just flexing that courage muscle. For others, this might be the first time you've ever done something like this. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go on your favorite social media platform, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And what I want you to do is I want you to post something about a core value. For me, a core value is curiosity. I believe that curiosity is what energizes us to connect with our fellow human beings, and I think that's exactly what we need. That's what I want to bring more of in life. I want connection. And so curiosity is a value for me, so I might put a post up, a video even, where I say, you know what? Curiosity is the key. For me, I believe that amplifying curiosity in my life will lead to so many more connections, so many beautiful experiences with other people. And I could just share that right there. But that's putting the real me out there. If you do a lot of posting in written format, do this as a video. And don't do this because you want a bunch of likes or you want a ton of engagement. Do this because it's you. You're going to share who you really are. And yeah, it's true. Some people will love that. Some people might not like it. You might say something that not everybody agrees with. That's fine. It's not a big deal. That's who you really are at this moment, and that's totally okay. What I want you to do is go ahead, share that, tag me. If it's on Facebook, at Mark Matthews, you probably found this video there. If it's on Instagram, at Face My Fear, and I'll go ahead and put that down below so you can go ahead and tag me, and then I'll shout it back at you. I'll send some love your way. Let's build this community. What we're doing here in building these high performance habits, we're building high quality people. And we need each and every one of us to step up and answer the call to do that. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like the video. Please, if you believe that courage is an important thing for us to cultivate, like this video. And definitely comment down below what you want to share with the world. We could workshop it down below. I could give you some comments or feedback about how to share that more and amplify that in social media so that you could share yourself and receive people, engaging with who you really are. And then definitely, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. The more people we bring to this community, the more authentic connections that we get to build. I'm so happy that you're here, exactly as you are, because I love you for exactly who you are. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.